Just in time here. So I'm going to be talking today about who is Grover Norquist. And the fact is, he is the president of Americans for Tax Reform, which is a group he created, and is president of Big Whoop. He's basically a lobbyist. That's what he is, a Washington lobbyist. But who he is isn't as important as what he is. And what he is the man behind the curtain in the Republicans' land of Oz. So he's not the Wizard of Oz. Don't confuse him with that. That's probably Boner or Cantor or one of those guys, you know, in the Congress or in the Senate. He's the guy who's actually pulling the strings. He's the guy that everybody has signed a pledge to that says they'll never raise taxes under any circumstances. So I think what we need to ask ourselves are, why are our elected representatives signing pledges to people that put them above the American people's interest or the needs of the country? I mean, they're signing a pledge basically guaranteeing their actions to somebody regardless of what happens with the country, regardless of whether we have a natural disaster or an economic crisis or who knows, any number of other things. Before any of that's known, they're making a pledge to somebody, an individual person that they owe their loyalty to above the American people that elected them. I think it's time we start asking people running for office whether they've signed a pledge to somebody and whether they consider that oath above the oath they took to represent the American people. Because at this point, they're willing to drive this country right off a cliff in order to not break that pledge to Grover Norquist. And you're going to see them doing everything they can to get around raising taxes. They'll talk about closing loopholes and closing deductions and doing everything they can to keep from raising taxes even 1 percentage point. Because that'll violate the pledge and then they're out. And then Grover Norquist is going to send out his minions to put money in and fund a primary challenge to these candidates, and then they can't get their party's nomination for whatever seat they happen to be running for, and they're out of a job. So that's the way it works. Why you would sell your soul to be a congressman anyways, I don't know, but that's what they do, and that's who Grover Norquist is. So the next time you hear the name, at least you'll know what's going on. The next time you hear that a Republican congressman has signed the pledge to Grover Norquist, you'll know it means that they don't care basically what happens to you, and that their loyalty is to a man and not the country and not the people who elected them. I'm just in time. I'll catch you guys on the next video.